Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be looking at installing our Truma unit. This is something we've been looking forward to for a long time. It's finally been delivered. We can finally get this installed in the van. The Truma unit is going to allow us to have hot water, and then during the winter also been using it to heat the air inside the van so that we can stay nice and warm. Ordered this unit a couple of weeks ago. It's now finally been delivered. We've unboxed it and it's all ready to go. This is going to be the first of a couple of videos on this unit. We'll be doing a full review once we've got our gas tanks installed. We won't be able to commission the unit until we've got those installed in the van. But we'll be connecting everything up, show you how we're going to install everything, and then in a future video we'll be showing you the controls and how we're going to be using the Truma. So let's go and have a look at that. So this is the Truma unit sat in the van. This is going to be the orientation that it's going to be sat in up against the wall. It's going to be sat in on the wall just behind it, as you can see where all the pipe work. So we've got our hot and cold water, we've also got our hot air ducting and all of our gas piping running in there as well. There is a flue that needs to come out the side of this unit that then goes out through the side of the van, so you obviously want to make sure that you've got it in a place where when you put the vent on you can easily cut a hole inside the van. We've pulled back a piece of insulation just to find out where that's going to go. But connections wise, you've got your fresh water outlet here, so this is your hot water outlet. You've then got a cold water inlet down here on the bottom, and then you've got your gas inlet on here as well. This is the complete kit unit, so it does come with all the fittings and fixtures that you need, and then this is where the flue is going to go onto the unit, which is going to go outside the van. There is a minimum distance of 90 centimeters with that flue unit, so this is why we're having it in this orientation, so we get that 90 centimeter maximum minimum length that we need for that piece of flue tubing. All the electrical connections are there on the side. This unit runs on both gas and 240 volt. It's got two heating elements inside, two 1800 watt heating elements, so when you're running on your 230 hookup, it's using those heating elements, otherwise it's using a gas burner inside as well. This unit has also got the hot air ducting coming out the back, so the hot air ducting, there's 4 outlets on the back of this unit, so we've already got one running into our garage. We're going to be running a couple more out from underneath the bench seat, which we're going to be building in the back just here as well. But we'll show you how we connect all those up when we come to install the unit. There are a couple of pipes that you need to put down through the floor, so there is a overflow pipe and also just an air pipe just out of the hot water system, but again, when we come to drill those holes, we'll show you how we're going to install it. So the first piece that we're going to do is position it in where we want it, work out where our hot air ducting is going to be running out through the van, and then we're going to be cutting a hole inside of the van to get the hot air ducting in. So this is where the Truma unit is going to sit on the floor. As you can see, we've taken the insulation out of the wall to see the wall panel of the van. The flue length is a minimum of 60 centimeters length and a maximum of 2 meters. So we're just going to be running it straight out the side, along towards the back, towards the side of the van, and then out through the vent. So we're going to be drilling a hole in the side. You can have this cowl up or down in the van, but a maximum of 20 centimeters from the center line, so from the center of where the outlet is on the Truma itself. So we're going to go mark up on the outside of the van now. We're going to position that and then drill the hole inside of the van. So what we've done is from the inside we've drilled a small pilot hole. I think you can just see that there. This is the position on the inside of the van where we wanted the outlet. So it's just off the crease of the van. To work out the diameter of the hole, what we're going to be using is the pipe work. It's going to be sitting inside, which is this piece just here. This is a dual skin pipe which goes over the unit. So you've got the black outer pipe, which is the diameter of the hole that we need to cut. So we're going to put this up against the side of the van, and then we're going to draw around that, and then we're going to use the jigsaw just to cut out our hole that we need. So we'll put this up against the side of the van with that hole in the middle of this, and then draw around the outside of it. So there we have the hole drilled inside the van. Just now going to use some red oxide primer just to go around the bare metal pieces. Should really do that with any cuts inside the van, just for stop any rust or anything forming. We're going to be putting silicone and sealant around it, but just as extra precaution, just around the new bare metal pieces, just paint some red oxide primer on just with a paintbrush. So now that that hole's cut, the next piece is we're going to be joining up the hot and cold water pipes and the gas pipes just onto the front. So we've got to cut the pipes, run them around on the floor using some 45 push fit bends, and then we'll be connecting onto the front of the Truma. The first set of pipes we're going to be connecting up is our cold water. So we've already got the cold water feed coming from the back of the shower. We then put a John Guest 90-degree connector on. And then the next unit we've got to be installing is this drain valve just here. So this is going in line, and then on the bottom of here is a little spout that's got to go down through the van floor. This just allows you to drain the unit so that when it's frosty and cold you can get all the water out of the Truma, and this just ejects down onto the floor. So we're going to be drilling down through the floor where this is going to go, and then we're going to screw that onto the floor. So we just got to be careful that when we're drilling down through here, we've got the water tanks directly underneath this piece, so we're just going to put a drill bit down through. As part of the installation kit, they give you these two John Guest connectors. These go onto the Truma, and then our LDP pipe that we've been using just pushes into the end. As you can see, the hot water one does have an extra little bit of spout on the end. This is just to take off any air, so there is then some clear pipe that you just need to drill a second hole down through the floor just to get that piece of pipe down through. But the first one we're going to be doing is just the cold water, so that push fits onto the outside of the Truma, and then our pipework pushes into the end of it. We have now secured all of the cold and hot water pipes in. As I mentioned, this hot water pipe here just has a little breather outlet, so the next piece we've got to do is just drill a small hole through the floor and then just put that clear plastic piping down through, just so that if there is any water that comes out of that air breather hole, it doesn't go inside the van, it just drops out through the floor. So we'll just be drilling a small hole again, just making sure we're clear of any obstructions. There's nothing under that bit, but we'll just drill down through carefully just to make sure we don't hit anything. So there we go, that's the air breather pipe now down through the floor. So the next connection we're going to be doing is the gas connection, just onto this part just here. So it's just a threaded pipe. We'll be running our gas pipe round the left hand side of the Truma, and then handily in the installation kit they give you this washer and olive just to put around our gas pipe. We'll be connecting that in and then screwing it nice and tight. Obviously, as this is a fixed gas appliance, the same rules apply with this as they do with the cooker, in that you have to have a rigid connection onto the unit. You can't use any flexible pipes, so that's why we'll be fitting our 8mm gas pipe straight onto here. We're bending it around the corners just to get it nice and neat. Our gas connection is now all connected up. Obviously, because this is another fitted gas appliance, we are going to need to put a dropout hole in the floor, just in case we do get any leaks here. Obviously gas is heavier than air, so it can drop down through the floor. So we'll drill that at a later date. But the next point now is we're going to be fitting the 240. So as I said, this appliance can heat water in the air via 240 or via gas, depending on whether you're hooked up on shore power or not. So we've got a 240 connection there ready to come in from the back, and also it's going to need 12 volt power for the ignition when it's running on gas. So we're going to wire up the electric connects. We're going to wire those into the unit just on top of here. So this is where all of the electrical connections go onto this part just here. Labelled up nice and handily for you so you know where everything's going, and the 230 cable is already wired into the Truma unit, so we're just going to put some junction boxes on there and get that all connected up. So that's it for another week. Thank you very much for tuning in. If you are liking these videos, remember to give them a big thumbs up and hit that notification bell to let you know when we put up new videos. If you are new here, welcome. We hope you're liking what we're putting out. Remember to hit that subscribe button. We're really loving seeing this community grow and people loving these videos that we're putting out. As I said, this is the first of a couple of videos on the Truma unit, so keep your eyes peeled for another video very soon. But until next time, bye!